especially for those of you who really want to be a millionaire and you're not just talking. If you're just talking, then there's a club for that. They look great. They wear all the t-shirts that say that they're a boss and they're doing nothing. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person behind you.
Because I really don't know what I would do if I didn't have some work that I had to get to.
Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of WorkHARDaholics. For those of you who do not know, and you probably don't because I haven't said it before, today officially kicks off season two of WorkHARDaholics. So we're very excited about that, and I mean very excited. So we're revamping, we're doing some things, and we're also looking for your feedback. Here's your time to jump in there and say what you got to say. DM us, drop a message into the feed, wherever you're going to put it. If you want to, you can send us an email. admin@workhardaholics.com. Feel whatever way you're going to do it. Let us know what you think about the show. What are your favorite sections or your favorite segments? What don't you like? What would you like to see more of? Now is the time. La 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 la. And we're happy to receive it. Positive, negative, or indifferent. Just let us know because we're going on with the show. I feel real like geeky and cheesy and a little bit happy and a little bit sleepy, so it's all rolled into one. I've had so many emotional roller coasters happening in the past couple of weeks that it's like really high and then really low and then really high, but I'm maintaining as a good workaholic should. Because here's the thing. If by chance this is your first time joining us, you might not know exactly what is a workaholic. And this might be the last time you hear me sing this song. I told you we're revamping. It's a whole new season. Things are different. And so let us all bask in the glow of our theme song one more time, because this is probably the last time you'll hear me sing it anyway. All right? For those of you who wondering what does it mean, it's the movers and the shakers always doing something. If you want to be in balance and get some more green, workaholics. And what's amazing about that is that, technically speaking, I have never sung the whole song. Like, there are verses that, they'll go into the vault. And 100 years from now, when they're recapping about this amazing show, Workaholics, that used to happen in the 21st second century, they're gonna be, oh my god, unseen footage. Yeah, one day. But for today, we're gonna move it right along. So as I said, we're really excited. It's season 2. And for those of you who really don't know, a workaholic is someone who is, say it with me, people, always doing something. We don't rest on our laurels. We don't wait for the Lord to bring it to us. We take it to the world. And that's when I would turn to Christina and she would sing, taking it. But she's not with us today and it's all my fault. Sorry, Christina. Sorry. It really is my fault. So just imagine that Socialita is with us. Sorry. My bad. All right. And so, to let you know who I am Shirley Crawford. I've been an entrepreneur and a consultant for over 25 years. Woo! Yeah, those gray hairs are legit. But I've also had gray hair my whole life, so that's not saying anything. But I've gotten more. Guess how I got them? You all gave them to me. Ooh, I told you. Season 2, I'm just feeling a little bit overjoyed. And so my normal partner in crime is Socialita Christina, your social media maven, influencer, the whole nine. If you're looking for social media assistance, visit socialitarva.com. I think I got that right. Or you can find her on all the platforms, everywhere on social media. Socialita. And of course, we are here in the Imagine Media Labs. Don't you wish you were here? With our producer and the proprietor of the Imagine Media Lab, Christina. So we have Christina with a K, Christina with a C. Christina with a C is our producer. And she's the one who's constantly trying to keep me on task. Pray for her. She's amazing. And she's one of the few people who, like, I can say, this is what I want. And she, like, go and she makes it happen, which I love. I need more of that in my life. Thank you, Christina. I'm looking at her. She's nodding because she's working. But she is nodding. She heard me. I greatly appreciate Christina with the C. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate all that she's done. And you're going to get to see some of the things she's done today. Although you're seeing it right now. You're watching the show. You're seeing her at work. And especially if you're watching on YouTube Live, Christina's over there manning that, just so you know. All right. Yay. All right. So as I've said, it's season 2. And technically speaking, it probably should be going on season 3. But Christina with the C is the one who made me go like, are you going to have more than one season? Because really, we've been on, what did you tell me, Christina? A year and a half? And so when we started way back when in my office with just me, before I got our co-host, Socialista Christina, before we started getting the upgrade with our production with Imagine Media Lab with Christina with a C. And so, yeah, we've come a long way, baby, to quote an old commercial. So really excited about that. And so today we're just kind of having a recap, a revisit, and getting ready for what the seasons are gonna look like for the future. Let there be light. Literally. Okay. Okay. Sorry. And so I do. Well, I have to make a decision. So I'm trying to decide, do we want to start off with the recap, or should I give you our word for the week? Christina apparently wants the word for the week. So Christina gets what Christina wants. Okay. So our word for this week is also a kind of a recap, a replay, actually, on what's going on right now. So our word for this week is modish. M-O-D-I-S-H. Modish. Right? And basically, if you think about that grandmother, God bless them, who is trying to use a term of like their grandkids, it's an attempt to be hip, right? So conforming to or following what is currently popular and fashionable, right? And I would say it's really trying too hard, because there's a certain like makeup of your genetics, right? You are who you are, and that's beautiful. And that doesn't mean that you don't change. We all update, we all upgrade. And we actually should always consider, are we even relevant anymore? And make the changes that are necessary. But I'm thinking about a movie, and I don't know the name of it because it's really a B-rated movie. But it has some A-listers in it, but it's a B-rated movie. And there's this guy, oh my God, and he wants to be a rapper. Oh, I can go through the other, what's the other one where, oh my God, there are a couple movies where these older African-American gentlemen are talking about being rappers. And so, and they have on like the big fat gold chain, and one of them, I can see him, he has on the Kango. I don't think it's Boomerang. Oh, I hate it when my brain won't give me what I want. No, my brain, my synapses are popping. But today, maybe it's the excitement I'm having about it being season 2 that I'm not remembering. If you all know what movie I'm talking about, please put in the comments. Let me know. I'm thinking of 2. One is really a secondary movie that if you have like Prime Video or Netflix or one of those things that I have, it's the girl is from Half and Half. And no one knows this movie but me. I'll go check it out for myself. I'll post it when I find it. And the guy, oh my God, it's just hilarious. And so it's that kind of thought process where someone who is clearly, this is not their thing. This is not a senior citizen learning how to use social media. That's not what I'm talking about. This is someone who is still wearing the clothes of the 20-year-old, which don't belong on the 80-year-old. Or, you get my drift. I loved it with the rapper. I wish I could tell you the name of the movie because, oh my God, I can see it. I can so see it. Anyway, it's gone. I don't have it. But you get the idea, right? So that's modish. Modish is an attempt to set yourself up to be like what's trendy, but it's not you, right? So like I'll use an example with me. I initially did not want to go on TikTok. Hi, TikTok. I didn't want to go on TikTok initially because TikTok to me was 20-somethings doing the latest dance craze or embarrassing themselves with challenges that didn't make any sense to me. Like physically damaging themselves. Let's talk crate challenge, for example, or like the one with all the cold water. And I'm like, why? Like, I'm too grown for that. And so me trying to do that would have been modish. I would have only been doing it not because the little kid in me is like, oh, let's try that, but because I would have been trying to increase my TikTok following. That's the only reason I would have been doing it. And so that's modish. And so why that is our word for this week is because, as I've mentioned, we're in season 2. Season 2. And as we are entering season 2, we're making changes, right? But they're not modish changes. While we do want to know, we want to connect with you, our audience, to know what you like, what you don't like, and to make sure we're all on the same page together and we're giving you what you want. We're gonna see. All I can think of in my head is give him something he can feel. Y'all ever watch the original Sparkle? I think it's in the fake Sparkle too, though. Now that I think about it. But anyway, we want to make sure that we're all happy here together, but we're not trying to be anyone other than who we are. I will never deny that I'm a quinquagenarian. Never. Until I'm not. Then I'll deny it because I won't be. Right? It's that kind of thing. It's being true to you, but still being current, still being relevant. It's okay to reinvent, which I'll talk about later. It's okay, but it should still be you at the core. You should never have to sit back and go, who's that girl? Who is this person? Like, everybody knows. Like, whatever I'm doing, they're like, oh, that's just Shirley. That's just Shirley. Did she hurt your feelings? Sorry. That's just Shirley. Don't you worry. Did she tell your business baby was ugly? Oh, don't worry about it. It's probably true, but that's just Shirley. At the core of it, you should always be you. And so, especially when we talk about like your business and your business brand, I often talk about cash cows, and right at this present moment, we talked a lot about pivoting, right? And so I know I've mentioned before, but I'll mention it again for this example about there's an alcoholic beverage company. Is it alcohol? I believe. I'm pretty sure it was the alcoholic beverage company locally that during the pandemic switched a bunch of their product lines to create hand sanitizer. They have no natural correlation one to the other, but it was a great way to say, what do we have as far as machinery, equipment, staffing, and what can we do to adjust to the time that we're in, but recognizing that we're doing it for a short time period to deal with a pandemic, to deal with a blip in time, and then we're going to go back to who we are. And so that's part of the reason why I'm always talking about how much I love I love a good business plan, right? Because if you have a really great business plan, it's fluid and it's a living document that moves along with you and the stages of your company, right? It's never the stagnant thing that you wrote and now it's on a bookcase someplace and it's never touched again. I love to go back and I revisit my business plan every quarter. That's what I recommend for everyone. Revisit your business plan every quarter. So I use the example of the company that switched to making hand sanitizer. I would even at that point that I'm making that switch, go into my business plan and say, temporary lull. We're going to be making hand sanitizer until either we make this much money, this comes down, our profits increase in this other area. Like there should be quantifiable goals. My two favorite words. There should be quantifiable goals that tell you it's time to change course. Right? So if that is the case, then that's how you'll always know like what you're doing. And it doesn't mean that you can't reinvent yourselves. It doesn't mean that you can't make changes and adjustments. It just means they should always be at the core. And that's the beautiful thing about your business plan, your business canvas model, is because you always remember, you can always go back to, why did I start this business? What is this business meant to be? Who am I meant to be? I kind of think as people, we need a personalized business plan as well, like a personalized life plan. And where it says, here's my mission, here's my calling, here's my purpose, here's what I'm here for, here's what I want to accomplish. Because so many of us wake up one morning and we're like, oh my God, how did I end up in this job for 10 years that I hate? How am I about to retire from a job I never wanted? How is it that I ended up over here doing this job? Because a lot of times when you don't have a direction, someone will give you one, right? That's the way it works. So, and it's human nature. It's not other people being mean or nasty or hateful. Here's the thing. Right now, I need a high-level personal assistant who is able to manage and assist with social media, scheduling, schedule appointments, potentially solicit business, like for potential speaking engagements, actually be my liaison who can say, like, I need stuff, right? If I know that you're capable of doing that, then I'm going to try to convince you to take that job, period. It's not my job, although I am very good at doing this, but it's not my job. I'm just very good at doing it. It's not my job of making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do with your life. I have a need. And if you supply that need, then like any good business owner, I'm going to utilize that. I'm not going to rape you financially or in any other way. I'm not going to misuse you or mistreat you or abuse you. But if I know that you have that skill set that I need, then I will do what I can within my power to convince you to take that job. So you, as that potential employee, you have to always know, or business owner, it's the same thing, but I'm just sharing right now from a different perspective as an employee rather than as the employer. You have to know what you want to accomplish out of life. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like because as an entrepreneur, I'm like all in, right? I'm actually the same way as an employee, which is why I've excelled in so many ways, because I'm very committed. There's a scripture that talks about doing everything as unto God, right? I believe in doing things in excellence. If it's for you, for me, or whomever, that's how I roll. That's how I operate. And so because of which, I am constantly getting like job opportunities, or people are trying to hire me or trying to get me to do stuff. And every once in a while, I'm tempted. I've been tempted. Don't tell anybody. I've been tempted twice just this past year. And one of them actually went through the process. I still wasn't sure if I was going to do it in the end, but I was tempted. Just temptation is there, people. But when you go back and revisit who you are and what you do, if it's in your business plan or in now, maybe I should create that. That should be what I should create to help you all out. I might create a life business plan and set up the section so that you can figure out the template of how to fill in that information. I wonder if it exists. I'm going to find out. And while I'm thinking about that, we're going to let you all have a word from our sponsors. Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family.
Let Socialita help your business stand out from the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, in partnership with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing. Record that podcast you've always wanted to start. Voiceovers and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Located at the Women's Business Center, 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100. ImagineMediaLabs.com. Book your session today.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I told y'all today it's season 2. So like in the background, so if you're like on TikTok or Instagram, you might be able to hear the things that Christina says to me. Maybe a little. You still can't see it. So as we come back from the commercial break, Christina's counting down and she's like, and smile now. And I'm like, what? I'm supposed to smile on command? Apparently I can't. Okay, anyway, as we've mentioned, it's season 2, uno, dos, ooh. And so because of which we have some things that we're doing. Christina, do we have a recap? Whoop, whoop. Just a look back at times past with WorkHARDaholics. Yay! This is very exciting for me. So, I mean, I lived through it all, but still, it's good times. Okay, so, of course, that's our social media maven that we have here. And then, for those of you who are watching and not listening, or if you're listening, you might have heard a little extra, little bass coming out of our voices.
The socialista, yeah.
You know what?
We have with us none other than the Berry Farmer of the Berry Farmer Show.
Yes, thank you. Hello there out there in workaholic land. Is it like an NA meeting or something? Like an AA meeting?
Hi, I'm Shirley and I'm a workaholic.
Yes, hi, I'm Barry and I'm a work harder or something.
Oh my God, he's going to get it right, people.
Before the end of this, it's an hour show. Give me a minute.
He's going to get it right. He's going to work hard at becoming a proper workaholic.
WorkHARDaholic.
Oh, we didn't do our theme song there. Okay, so my honor to introduce to you all none other than Joanne Mayo.
Thank you, Shirley, for that elaborate introduction. I feel special.
You are special. But in general, like what pain point did you see that brought you into this opportunity?
Great question. Because that starts with my passion. Because I aspire to inspire people to greatness. And so how the business came about, make me laugh. How this business came about was that I came from corporate America on the executive leadership team, leading various departments for the East Coast and the West Coast. And some of those areas was, of course, banking center channels, collections, customer marketing, credit bureau reporting, and credit bureau reporting, as well as all of the behind the scenes. So I learned early on that there were several areas that people could benefit from more targeted education and resources.
I am Felicia Green, and I am so proud to be on the show today. I'm so excited. I thought about it all last night. Shirley is just crazy. She is just like fuel and refreshment for the soul. So I was thinking about just being here last night. But before I say anything else, I am Felicia Green, and I am the business owner of Kaya Counseling.
Yes, tell them what Kaya means, please.
Yeah, and Kaya, it means, it's an age-old word for to restore, to revive, and to make live again. So anything that's dead, we can bring life to it.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So Kaya, we launched in November right here.
Oh, they had a whole little party. They were dancing and talk about fuel and energy. Y'all need to see Dr. Green go.
I was enjoying myself. And so we launched in November. And wow, you would think that I have been here at the Women's Business Center for, a couple of years, the way things are rolling.
Because you're just a pro.
But I'm telling you, it's like, wow, I had Shirley's foot in my back. Now, can I say this? I'm saying this. I mean, this is like, you know, the real deal here.
We're still
Because
smiling.
look, if you know that you're an entrepreneur, you know that God has put you in this earth to do some specific things,
Get it done.
and if you know, have these little hanger-oners, you know, procrastination, and I'm about to do it, you know, all the fintos, you know, I'm finto, you know, write my business plan, I'm finto.
Okay, I just have to jump in. This is where you notice that she's not from Virginia.
Y'all don't say finto.
No. And so, and
Y'all say finto.
in the South, so if you go to Atlanta, they say
Fix
fitting.
it. Oh,
Okay, you got fixin'. Fixin' is normally like more like North Carolina. Fitting is more like Atlanta, Georgia. And now you get to hear from Ohio. What do y'all do? Y'all finna?
Wait, now I got confused.
Sorry.
What I say?
There was no T in yours. You finna.
No, it ain't finta. It ain't fixing. What was it?
And she has a background with SunTrust. We're gonna let Linda, please tell us about the history that got you even into banking and to where you are now, to helping us understand what exactly is a community outreach officer.
So my background, you know, I won't tell you when I finished school, but when I finished school, I was a business major. I'm a mighty Trojan, and I sat high above the Appomattox. And I was a business major. When I finished Virginia State, I had 3 job offers. One, I don't remember what it was. The other was at Tall Hammers, so that kind of gives you a hint as to how old I am. And and Christina is nodding her head.
But that's also a sign of how prestigious your offers were. That was no small organization.
And the other,
help them translate that into that passion that you have, that they can also partake in, and then exude that along with confidence in their presentations.
Yeah, passion comes for your topic. I mean, I'm not this fired up about, you know, relationship building, right? It's important. I know it. But I think the passion, the confidence comes from what you know for sure, right? So if somebody asks you a certain question, you know, there's certain people who get so fired up about tech. I don't know anything about tech. As long as my phone works, that's all I need to know, right? But some other people, they live it, they breathe it. So that's how I can tell that if this is really your thing, or if you're just trying to make money off of it. Because most people, I know it's their passion. They haven't gotten paid for it in a while, and now they're trying to monetize it. They got skin in the game. So passion comes from not chasing a dollar, but making a difference as well. So
WorkHARDaholic is someone who is always doing something. Like right now, I'm trying to figure out a way of how to adjust my Instagram feed while I'm still talking to you on YouTube. And hey there, over there at TikTok. And to those who are watching it in the replay, we like you too. You're welcome here. A WorkHARDaholic is someone who is always doing something. We don't rest on our laurels. We don't wait for the world to bring it to us. We take it to the world. But here's the deal, people. Let me be your case study. Let me be your example. Let me be the one that shows you what not to do. Because that's what happens. As a WorkHARDaholic, we take care of so much and so many, and there's so much happening. And then sometimes when we're at our max, in case you all have not recognized this, this is my max.
Okay.
We are here. If there's a map, we are here. So here's the deal. How do we cope with that? How do we manage? Well, you know what? That's what we come together for. We come together because as a WorkHARDaholic, you don't have to apologize for the fact that you have work that you want to get done. You don't have to apologize because you're driven and passionate and you care about excellence. You don't have to apologize for it, but we're going to help you learn how to do it better, how to streamline your time, how to be better about, you know, having some time tool techniques, some things that you can do. Instagram and we're going to work it out later. Sorry. And so there are all these things that we can work out together. We're going to help you expand your vocabulary, increase your communication skills, introduce you to another piece of literature, and pull you back from the dark side. So when you've gotten to where I am right now, we're going to help you figure out how to bring you back. So unfortunately, I will be your study for the day. Hi, my name's Shirley, and I'm a WorkHARDaholic. Words are amazing and fabulous, and frankly, why not?
Right.
So the word for this week is catchpole.
What?
Okay. What is catchpole? What's that? If you don't know what it is, good for you. Okay. That means that you are taking care of your financial business and therefore have no reason to come in contact with the po-po. Okay. Alrighty then. So, because when I'm thinking of a book, it's more than likely in my library. Okay. And so this one is The 100 Most Important Women of the 20th Century. All right. Unfortunately, I'm not in here. Okay. So I'm going to have to up my game. Yes. I'm sincere about that. I'm really not even kidding. So that, yes, I've been written up about and I've been on television and I've been in articles and interviewed, but like, I think this is my new goal. Yes. I think. Let me think about it. Let me think about what my real goal is. Okay. I might have like just a numerical, statistical number to be able to say that I've like Rita Ricks, who's an amazing woman, yes, amazing spiritual coach, yes, and a member at the Women's Business Center. We love her. She also has her own podcast. Yes. And so love her. Ooh, and she always says, and I do her social media. Let me let's just make that clear while you're at it. And so her goal, one of her goals is to reach 1 million women. Yes. And like, or to help 1 million women. And so I can't decide if my measurement of success is going to be like this. Right. Or if it's going to be something in numerical. And if it's going to be numerical, that means I have to start counting. Yeah. Yeah. Because I haven't been. But I think this is really cool. So maybe I need to figure out whose award do I want? Right. Like, do I want the Essence Award? Okay. Or do I want to... See, you all think that you live these small lives and that you can't grab these kinds of things. Yeah. I'm a firm believer I can have whatever I want. I can have whatever I like. Okay. That's really the way it works. If I'm willing to work for it and I'm willing to put in the effort to make it happen, there is nothing that I can't attain. Nothing. Period. Yeah. The end. Yeah. And so, but this amazing thing, especially as we're talking about Women's History Month, there are, the one I want to highlight is the one on the screen. Okay. Not on our screen. Okay. On your screen out there. I'm looking back. Like, I know, okay, right? No, we have a stagnant image behind us. But Maya Angelou. Yes. Who's recently departed. But here's a quote she made that I thought was really cool. A woman writer will bring certain gear with her, having been born female, having been born into maybe a society where women are not valued very much. Right. But a woman writer tells us that here comes somebody who has decided she's come to stay. And so, yeah, I definitely feel that. Wow. Just wow. I like my own quotes. Just like, thank you, Christina, with the C. I didn't get to see that reel beforehand. Christina created our recap because, as I mentioned before, it's season 2 for WorkHARDaholics. And so Christina pulled together some of our clips of what we and that's just a handful. I mean, we've literally been together 1.5 years. Wow. And we've only missed 1 week. 1 week? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Christina's counting off me. Are you sure about 3? It might have been because I think I was physically drained on 1. And I don't know. We missed 3. But still, out of 52 weeks in a year, that's 52 weeks plus a half of a year, which is 25, 26. And so that's 100, and I've already lost count. I was doing so well. This just tells you how busy my brain is. But that's still a substantial amount of shows that we've done, that we brought to you, WorkHARDaholics, and we've only missed twa. Like, I did it when I was in Puerto Rico. I've done it from the car. We have pre-recorded if it was necessary. Yeah. We didn't do it when I was in the hospital. That's one of those ones. Couldn't do anything about that, people. You did not want to see me when I was in the hospital. Wasn't cute. That's not a view for regular people who aren't doctors. Yeah, we did miss that one. Okay, but the point is we're here now, and it's season 2. So very exciting. Okay, and as we're introducing season 2, as I've mentioned, we're going to have some additions, subtractions. I don't know about additions, subtractions, but some modifications. And so it's now time that we're going to ask you all to help us name that segment. And the crowd goes wild. Okay, so here is the deal. because we are WorkHARDaholics, while we are a podcast that leaders can appreciate, women can appreciate, you can be an employee and appreciate. But our real focus, the heart of us, our target market, deals with entrepreneurs, right? The 360 of being an entrepreneur and the various aspects of your life that are involved in that. And so we want to do more to honor the entrepreneur. Honor the entrepreneur. Also to give you all more exposure to possible products, services, etc. Right? So in that vein, we're going to start doing more interviews with entrepreneurs. Also more product reviews. So officially, we're actually going to have a couple of times, I say a couple, I don't know how many times, we're going to actually take it to the streets. We're actually going to take the crew and go to some physical locations for entrepreneurs and do reviews. And we'll also try products and services. Like we mentioned things in passing. Like I think the last thing I mentioned in passing was about is it Papa Icky? I have to go back in my fridge and look at it. I didn't take it this morning, so it's not sticking in my head. But they do a ginger sorrel mixture, and ginger is so good for you. And so we've highlighted some of the people we've seen out like at the farmers markets, or like just generally, like if I'm at a store or someone's providing a service for me and I'm just like and I'm just like they're amazing, and or sometimes reviews aren't positive. That's the thing I'd like to caution you as an entrepreneur. We're still gonna name that segment, but just as a piece of caution, you have to know that if the person reviewing is of quality, then they're not just gonna say positive things about you, whether you pay or not. Whether you paid for someone to do it or they did it for free, it's kind of irrelevant. If your product sucks, right, or if it's not a fit, like so, if I were using your shea butter, which I'm a big fan of, and I got a rash, then I'm not gonna go, oh, what amazing shea butter. I'm gonna say, hey, cautionary tale for you. For my skin, which is actually very sensitive, I broke out. So this might not be for you if you are XYZ, but maybe it's for you if you're ABC. Right? So it's all in the honesty, people, just sharing. So in this segment, that'll be called I don't know, you tell me. Name that segment. In this segment, we will do, as I said, on-site visitations with entrepreneurs, reviews of products, services, other things, and just like the whole night. And we'll have more people come in. So in the past, like we spoke with Quinn Conyers, who was in that clip. We talked to Joanne Mayo. Have we talked to Rita yet? Have we had Rita on yet? Oh, shame on us. Okay, shame on me. I don't know why I never even thought about that. Like, she's amazing, and we have access. How could we not? We've had Taiwan Lee, and we've had a variety of businesses. Rick came on. Rick Fleming. Sorry, Rick Lingen is an amazing individual who, the last time I checked, was the VP at Virginia Business Systems, where we have our copier from. But he's someone I absolutely adore. I just think is an amazing community individual. And so that might be why his name sticks in my mind. But Rick Fleming came on and he talked about insurance. And it's about that time again, people, to really start thinking about like your policy and what you're using and what you have, and to make sure you have the appropriate policy. And ironically enough, I know we're talking about name that segment, but this morning I am trying my best not to badmouth my insurance agency, and it's getting harder by the day. So they are our business insurance is done with Allstate, Troy Chandler, and Glory is the person who I normally deal with the most. Mr. Chandler, amazing individual. And they've been phenomenal. And so they're really responsive. And I am an absent-minded professor. So if you're an entrepreneur and like you're on top of stuff, but sometimes, things slide by you or you forget or you're not always remembering, it always helps to have a team that supports you, which is why I love Christina with a C every week. She's in front of me talking about something. And I'm not always ready to hear it, but that's the benefit of having that team. And so like for my insurance, Gloria will call me in a heartbeat like, you have this going on. Have you considered XYZ? Love that. Now, so not talking about my business insurance, my personal life, it should be my death policy. I don't know why we call it a life insurance policy, because you're dead. It's not about your life. It's over. So for my death policy, I have an agency. I didn't pick the agency. I'm going to say that first and foremost. And I'm not going to call them out by name. So why am I talking about them? Because I just went there this morning and they irritated me all over again. My mother picked out the policy. So, yeah. So I've been dealing with it because at that point I wasn't ready to pick out something. So she picked it out. So my point is, when it comes to a review, if no one else is going to be extremely honest, I am. And I promise you, actually, if we don't get stuff straight with my insurance policy, I will be back to tell you all about it. Not a threat. That's just a promise. Yeah. I prefer to tell you more so about the positive aspects of people's businesses, or even as they're working and growing, or the potential, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, we want to support small and we want to support local. And I love to support African American. And in addition to that, I love to support women. And if you're not in any of those categories, then I come to you last. I come to you because you're there. I go to Walmart because at 3 a.m., I like to go shopping. But if there was a small business owner who was owned by an African American or a woman, I would be there at 3 a.m. But they're not doing that right now. So that's just how it goes. So during this segment, we want to highlight some of the amazing work that small business owners are doing, right? We're doing amazing things and not always getting credit, not always getting acknowledged. And we hear a lot about, so-and-so bought all this stuff from China and they're doing horrible. But what about that neighborhood on the corner? Like, I think about the fact that I live in Highland Park. Whoop, whoop, HP. I don't know if they say that really, because, that could be me being modish. I have no idea. But I grew up in Highland Park. I moved away. I've moved out of the country. I've moved back. My mother still resides in Highland Park. So now I'm back in Highland Park. And I think I'm going to stay. I'm actually, speaking of looking for a small business owner, I'm looking for an architect. If you know one, please reach out to me. So this whole segment it's about just that. To be able to say, I tried this. All right. I bought that. I did this. Or, because when we talk about resources, that's normally in our time, tool, technique, or in some other segment. So right now, the segments of the show are, of course, we always come on greeting you because we're happy to see you. Then we go into our word for the week, because communication is key and we're missing that right now. So we have all these shortcuts and shorthand about how we speak to one another. We talk the way we text as opposed to complete sentences. And then when we're communicating, most of us know that typing in caps means you're yelling, but we might not know what a catch pole is. And someone uses it in a sentence and we're like, oh, they're talking about fishing. They're not talking about fishing. Right? Or where was I told the story before about homely, right? So if you haven't heard it, you should go back and watch my old stuff. But I had someone that was from the UK call me homely. And so here, that's fighting words. There, that's a compliment. Who knew? So it's really important to be clear in our communication. So we have our word for the week. We have our book it moment, because we share about books, literature, information, and not just because we're geeks. I mean, it does play into it. We are geeks, but because we are successful and want you to be successful. And in every interview done by a millionaire or a really successful individual, they all say autobiographies, biographies, reading, They all have a list of books for you to read. And even right now, Christina is compiling. Boop, boop, boop. I told y'all Christina is all over it. Our list of books that we've recommended in our season 1 so that you can be able to, find those, use those, be reminded. Because if you're like I am, you don't always remember everything. So we're going to help you out with that. And then we always have our time, tool, technique. I think I say it that way every time that I say it too. Our time, tool, technique for the week. And so these are just like the segments that we normally have during the show. And during that, we normally give you a resource, something that will help you be more efficient with your time, something that will give you better technique or quality of how you do business or how you do other aspects of, adulting. I'm not really a fan of that word. Just FYI. And it could be because to me adulting is either your options in life are to keep living or to die. It's not like today I put on my pants and I'm an adult. Today I'm handling my business and that's what I do. But millennials, no pushback to you. Enjoy yourselves. Adults away. I'm just going to call that living. But, go forth with that. Okay. And so in our time tool technique, we really just share resources to help you live a better life, especially in the workplace. Or we've done some time management, some goal setting, some health things. So we cover a lot of different subjects, but we just give you tools to help you do it better. A lot of times their apps are automated, but sometimes they're a chart or another resource. Did I cover all my sections? We also have our socialita business check-in. So that's where we actually take time to spotlight business owners. But now we want to take it a step further with our new segment. All right. So with the new segment that you're going to help us name that segment. I think as a game show host, I hear the applause in my head. So for that segment, once again, we're going to be interviewing entrepreneurs, which could be could be you. Interviewing entrepreneurs, talking about opportunities, resources, really interviewing entrepreneurs and reviewing products or services. That kind of summarizes that. Okay. And there's something that I really want to do, but I couldn't get him to come on this week. So hopefully we can get him on next week. If not, I'm just going to tell you all about it. There's an opportunity. This one is for investment. And I'm really excited. I don't get excited per se about investments. But I'm really excited about this one just because I think that they're in an industry that is booming. It's barely tapped. So there is low amount of competition. And it's an African American owned business, which I think is phenomenal. And they've been accepted into, I think it's Mr. Wonderful's incubator. I was trying to think of the word. All I could think was Shark Tank. And I'm like, that's not what it is. So, and right now they're opening up for investment. And so I will not lie. I am already prepared to make mine. And so I'm going to share that with you all. I don't always share. I'm told that I don't share. I come on, I do an entire show, and I don't always share basic information. And in part, it's because I have this integrity issue, per se. If I'm going to receive any, I can't even say it. If I'm going to see any benefit from it, I'm so sad. I need a nap, apparently. Or I'm just too excited. Calm that down. If I'm going to receive any benefit from it, I generally don't talk about it. But if I get nothing out of it, I talk about it all day long. But I'm going to fix that because that's not good business. But it's like when I don't talk about Groove. I don't talk about Groove at all. And I think it's amazing. And I'm going to start sharing more because that's an amazing platform. But I'm an affiliate, so I never talk about it. But it's amazing. So I'm going to start sharing my affiliate links. Christina with a C, who constantly talks bad about me because I never share any affiliate information. I'm going to do it because it's information I think you all need. So on that note, once again, I'm looking for you all to help us name that segment. And I'm hoping next week to have a guest. If not, I will just share the information about the opportunity, because it's got some time constraints, and we don't want it to be this, oh, I must respond to this right now, because to me that's always, mumbo jumbo. Like, I never believe anyone when they say, respond today, you only have 24 hours or the deal is gone. So I say bye. So in this case, I want to make sure I share it with you so that you still have time to respond, reply, be aware, and to be able to engage and participate. Because I think this is going to be an amazing investment, and there's only so much availability for people to participate. They only have so many shares to give, to sell, to offer. There you go. Got it. Got it. Okay, so next week when we name that segment, we're going to hope to have a special guest. If not, I'll just tell you all about the opportunity. Okay, so on that note, our final segment for the day is our work hard, play harder moment, right? And so I talked about modish, right? Which normally has a negative connotation about, it's basically trying to stay up with the trends, even if the trend doesn't fit you, right? So I didn't even mention about the fact, like, I have green hair, right? And so if that's not you, Ty now has purple hair. We literally match our logo as of this week, which I think it's amazing, honestly. But I don't have green hair because that's what the trend is telling me. Actually, apparently, I am very trendy. I have gray hair and green hair. And so, the gray hair is mine. I can't do anything about that. That's how we are, and we don't dye it. And even when I got green, I didn't hide the gray, right? But I got the green years ago for a random birthday, not even a special birthday, because I love green and I wanted it. So I didn't do it to be on trend with anyone else. As a matter of fact, when I got the green, no one had green. Like, I didn't see it anywhere. I had to get a special blend made just so I could get the shade of green that I wanted in the early days. Now I can go to the shelf and buy it all day long. This is straight off the shelf, right? But when we're thinking about going beyond being modish, right? So like right now, we're making changes to the program. It's because it's time, not because it's someone else's tempo, right? So when we talk about our work hard, play harder moment, we're really discussing that it's time for you to rethink, refresh, and reinvent. And so when you're looking at your business plan, I mentioned about the business plan earlier, when you're looking at your life list, I hate the term bucket list. We center so much around that you don't have to wait till you get ready to die to do it. Do it now. Do it today. Your goals, your values, your finances, your family, like all the aspects of your life, your health. I have just joined a whole new program. I'm not happy about it. With regards to my eating, because I've been doing the working out. I am at the gym, people, 5 to 6 days a week. Not this week, but in general, 5 to 6 days a week. And I'm not seeing the results of what I want. And so now I'm going to really start paying attention to what I eat. So I actually just paid to join a group. I'll keep you all posted. I might even have her come on and talk to you all about my coach, to talk to you all about that process. Or you can just watch me slim down and be healthy and amazing. And then you're like, what? How? And I'll bring her on and tell you all about it. All right? So, but the bottom line is, when you think about who you meant to be when you were 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 80 or 100, if you're fortunate to live that long, what did you expect to be your life to be? And so it doesn't mean that it's too late or it's too early for you to achieve a dream, but what are you doing to accomplish it, right? So at this point, I'm trying to think, what did I want in life that I haven't gotten? I got it. I got it. When I was a child, I always wanted to be a teacher. It was really important to me. I wanted to be a teacher. which is probably why I halfway teach instead of consulting some days. Or I'm always going out to, how you doing, Virginia State? How y'all doing out there? I'll come out there all the time to do something. Every blue moon, I'll go to my alma mater. I'll go to VCU. A few times I've been back to JMU. And I just love teaching. It's my nature. It's something I love to do. But I realized that teachers didn't get paid well. And look how badly you all are treating teachers right now. Anyway, don't get paid well. Or end up in arguments with parents about their bad child. God bless us, everyone. Admittedly, and often are surrounded by people who can't do, so they teach. Like there's a whole environment there. There's so much bureaucracy, and it's just not an ideal situation by me. So at this point in my life, I'm getting to a place where I am going to have so much that I won't need to do as much of the consulting as I have been doing. I'm going to have some leeway. And so with that, I can now rethink that desire, because the desire hasn't gone anywhere. I still have a desire to educate the new generation. I've done mentorship programs. I've done some other things, but I'm rethinking, like, how do I make this happen? I am actually in the phase now of refreshing the idea, like creating it for it to fit my life. So at one point I said that when I retired, like, when is that ever going to happen? I would teach. But now I'm thinking I might either create my own school, develop my own program, teach in general. Like, I teach seminars all day long, to create a certificate program. I have the Entrepreneur Academy where I'm teaching, but I can expand. And then you reinvent. Like, the academy itself is a reinvention of an idea that I had as a child. So I've always wanted to teach. I thought it up again, refreshed the idea. I reinvented it and created the Entrepreneur Academy. And I think I'll go even further to do more, because the bottom line, I love teaching. I do. I love seeing the light go on in someone's eyes because I explained it in a way that no one else could, and they got it. Like, that's a thing for me. What is it for you? Right? What about your health goals, your financial goals, within your family goals? You can't say that you want to be married with kids and you're not dating, unless you're planning on getting an arranged marriage or getting a bride from Russia. Like, what's your game plan? All right? In your business plan, are you doing what you said you would do? Go back and revisit. Okay, so all of that to say, welcome to season 2 of WorkHARDaholics. As we always say, live better, do better, please be better, and happy entrepreneuring. See you next week.